Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. It has only been about 2 weeks since I did my last 100 cards for $100,000 update video. Those were cards that I picked up at the recent National, and I've already added to that list. I've picked up card number 24. It was actually a card that I was hoping to find at the National, but I couldn't find one in the right grade and price point to suit my needs. But I recently won an auction in which I paid what I think is a fair price for this card. And I also picked up a companion card, not a card on my 100 cards for $100,000 list, but a card that goes along with this particular player's run. And so I have that card to show off as well. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the latest card number 24 on my list of 100 cards for $100,000. All right, let's get right into it. Card number 24 on my list is this really sharp-looking 1965 Topps Carl Yastrzemski. Got this in a PSA 6. Now, recently with my vintage pickups, I am focusing less and less on the number grade and focusing more on just the eye appeal of the card. For, say, a lot of the 60s, I'm fine at looking at 4s if they have a good overall eye appeal. But with the Carl Yastrzemski run that I'm working on, I am trying to focus on a higher grade set of cards. I don't have his rookie card in a collector grade. Instead of a 6, it's a PSA 5, but all his other cards up to this point have either been collector grade or slightly above. Again, I'm sort of going away from my general outlook on purchasing vintage cards just for the Carl Yastrzemski, because I would like to have a pretty nice run in terms of the quality of the cards for my Carl Yastrzemski cards. And again, this was one that I was looking for at the National. I think I saw a couple of 7s. Didn't really want to pay that higher price point for a 7. I was very happy for a 65 in a 6. There may have been one in a 6, but again, the price point wasn't, I felt like it was a little bit too high. Couldn't work out a deal on it. But again, this one came up for auction, and I was lucky enough. I did put in a pretty strong bid, but I got it for, I think, right around the comps, so I was pleased with it. And one of the things that attracted me to this card, other than, again, it's not perfectly centered, but it's been a struggle for me to find 65 Topps Yastrzemski cards that are even close to this being centered. The ones that are really centered just happen to be like PSA 8s, which again is just not something I wanted to invest in for a 65 Yastrzemski for the cost. But the thing that attracted me is the absolute brightness of the colors. Now, I've noticed on some 65s that the front and then especially the back of the card, some cards have a brighter, deeper, richer color to them as opposed to other 65s. And as you can see here on the back, again, maybe a little bit off-center, top to bottom, but it has the blue is a fairly dark color blue. And I'm going to show off here, compare it to one of the cards I did pick up at the National, and this was the 65 Steve Carlton. Again, on the front, pretty decent coloring, although you could probably tell that the red in the banner here for cards and maybe the 65 rookie stars may be a little bit of a darker red in some copies. And look at the back. while not a dramatic color change, and you may not be able to show it here as well on the camera, but it is a darker blue for the Yastrzemski, and it is a little bit faded for this Steve Carlton rookie. So when I saw the front and back of this card, I knew I wanted to have it. The red sock there, again, is a really deep, dark red color. Again, no real print marks. Very happy with this pickup here. So with this one here, and actually I'm going to show off another Carl Yastrzemski that I recently picked up, and it is the 1982 Donruss in a PSA 9. Again, I was, with some of these 80s cards, some of them I've picked up in 9s. All depends on the price point. I think I got a pretty good deal on this one as well. I think this was a buy it now, but the buy it now was reasonable for a PSA 9. So again, not perfectly centered, but darn close. I mean, it is a PSA 9. Great copy there. There is the back of that one. And so with these two Carl Yastrzemski pickups, obviously some of the big ones I need, 61 through 64, and still trying to pick up a 1969. That one is becoming a little bit of a white whale. I'm seeing decent amount of copies show up on eBay, but they're either down like at the 3 or 4 level. And again, for Carl Yastrzemski, I want to pick up a few nicer copies. So every time I see one that's in the 7s, or I'll see some 8s, again, I don't need 7 or 8s. I'm fine with a 6. Just again, because of the price point. Just haven't found one that's either centered enough for the price. It's just I haven't found that Goldilocks card yet for the 69, but one of these days I will be able to pick it up. So other than the 61 through 64 and 69, I am missing the 82 Tops, and in 81 Fleer he has 2 cards, and I consider them not one main card in a subset. They are both single player related, so I'm including that in my base run. So not too many cards. Slowly but surely I am knocking out my Carl Yastrzemski run, and hopefully soon here. It'd be great if I could do it by the end of the year, but who knows. Finally complete my first player run, and it would be the Carl Yastrzemski run. So just before I go, a couple of last minute items. One of the things that I forgot to update all of you on in my last 100 cards for $100,000 is my progress in terms of my budget and how much I spent. Again, I don't like to key too much on necessarily how much I paid for these cards, but again, this video series is, again, 100 cards for $100,000. Now, again, as a recap, I put this list together, I believe it was sometime in November or December of last year. And obviously, prices have changed for the cards, and in most cases have gone up. So what I've done to try to keep on budget is, in some cases, I've picked up a lower grade copy, but one that still has pretty good eye appeal. So to counteract some of the prices for the grades that I had originally established as the ones I wanted to pick up, I've saved some money and picked up some lower grade copies. But for the 24 cards now that I have on my list, the initial budget or initial cost that I thought I would have to pay for those cards in the grade that I had assigned was $3,875. And for those 24 cards I have picked up, I've only spent $3,310. So I am $565 under budget, which is pretty good. Again, I've had to sacrifice in some cases the grade for some of the cards. But again, I've been happy with every single card that I've picked up because all of them, to me, have really nice eye appeal. And again, I've been able to save some money and counteract some of the price increases seen with these cards. So that was one thing. And a couple other things here. I believe 2 videos ago, I did a video where I showed off a care package from Mr. Fisher Bike, Jason. And one of the things that I normally like to do when I get a care package is do a proper shout out to his channel. And so while thanking Jason, I forgot to put a link to his channel in the description of that video. So in this video here, if you are not familiar with Mr. Fisher Bike's channel, he is at 966 subs. And I know it's been a personal goal for him for a while to finally crack that 100 sub level. So if by any chance you are not familiar or not subscribed to Jason's channel, please do so. I would love to see Jason get to 1,000 subscribers. He is so close. So again, I will have a link to his channel in the description of this video. Definitely go check Jason out. Great guy. Great collection, very passionate, very giving and supportive to this great card community. And the last thing is on Friday, I am going to be recording a video. I'm not sure when he's going to be posting the video, but I'm going to be talking with Adam of Splendid Sports Cards. And I'll also put a link to Adam's channel, Splendid Sports Cards, in the description of this video. So definitely go check him out. He has recently been doing a series called 3 and 3, where he invites a fellow YouTuber on to talk about and to show off their 3 favorite cards in their collection and 3 cards that are on their reasonable want list to add to their collection. So it's going to be interesting to see what 3 top cards that I'm going to show off from my Wade Boggs collection and what 3 cards that I would have on my want list. And if there's time, he tries to keep these videos not too long, I may be able to talk about some of my vintage collection and what 3 cards are my favorite and 3 cards that I would want to add to my collection. So we'll see if there's time to do that. We're primarily going to be focusing probably on my Wade Boggs collection. So again, not sure when that video is going to post, but head over to Adam's channel, again, Splendid Sports Cards, give him a sub. I think he's up around like 2,000 subs or something like that, so you may be familiar with his channel, but if not, go over, give him a sub, and that way you will get notification of when he posts the video with yours truly. That's all I have for you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.